And we should be live, although I'm having a little bit of technical issues on my end, so I won't be able to see it right away. But, alright, it looks like we're live on my end, at least from this thing, so that's a good sign. Give me a few seconds here. I hope everyone is having a good day. I'll be able to read the comments soon, hopefully. But, yeah, for those who don't know, we will, of course, be getting it back into some more Secret Weapons Over Normandy, which will be quite lovely, I am sure. I do hope, once again, everyone is having a good day. Actually, let me check here. Nothing here comment-wise, which is... yeah, okay, fair enough. But while this is still going slow because of the laptop itself being a little slow today. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the game. And when I see the comments, I will go ahead and start, of course, responding to them. Okay, so last mission, or last live stream of this game, we ended up doing, let's see, it was missions 12 and 13, no, not 12 and 13, it was 11 and 12, I think. So today will be 13 and 14, which is fine. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we'll be doing that. I'm pretty sure we did breakout, so once that's done, once we get the Pinamunde mission itself done, we'll then be able to move on to the final few missions there. And I am still unable to read the comments yet because, yeah. Let me fix this real quick. There we go. I'll go ahead and let the cutscene play.
As Allied victories in the war continued to mount, reports of other German secret weapon projects surfaced. The White Rose searched for almost a year to uncover one of the Nazis' closest held secrets, the location of their experimental rocket center. She reported witnessing a new rocket being tested near Peenemünde. This rocket was part of a new terror program of vengeance weapons to be used against both civilian and military Allied targets. Allied command instructed the SOE to designate this weapons facility as its highest priority target. Once again, the Battlehawks would have to clash with Nemesis.
Okay. And let's get into the actual mission itself.
March 23rd, 1944. We finally got word from the White Rose after a long silence since Norway. It was worth the wait. She's uncovered another top-secret Nazi weapons program. It involves a special rocket that is part of a terror campaign that Nemesis is behind. These rockets are in the process of being test-fired at a facility on the northern coast of Germany. The target for my mission is this very rocket facility, located at a place called Peenemünde. Research ships should be operating in the nearby waters or docked in protected ship pens. To destroy them all, I'll need to use a new specialized torpedo that can be launched from a distance and guided while airborne. We're expecting heavy Nemesis opposition, and there's no telling what else they have stashed there.
Okay, so we have the P-51, and we also have a new aircraft called the Gloster Meteor. But I'm going to go ahead and use the P-51 for this particular mission. We also have a lot of upgrade points to work with, so I'm going to double the rocket rack.
New field upgrade is complete.
See if that actually... nope, it does not. But yeah, we do have to start with the guided torpedoes, which is alright. So what we'll do is we will upgrade our bomb rack.
Your aircraft has been modified with the upgrade you requested.
There we go. So, upgrading the bomb rack is what you need for the guided torpedo. Good to know. Alright. This thing works pretty weird, so I'm just going to have to show you how in practice. And something just happened to my game, apparently. Also, okay, so I can read this. Nitwit's World says, I Crave the Void made another video on you, and he's mad as hell. He tries to claim he is not hurt, but he really is. At this point, Void is going to get... Oh, dear. Hackers would have a field day with him. They probably would. They probably would. Thank you, by the way, for the chats. Unfortunately, I'm not able to really read much of them right at this moment because I'm having issues with the backup computer. However, I might be getting to the bottom of this, which is the good news. But we will see.
Rakete nähert sich dem Ziel. Kurs wird angepasst. Das Leitsystem funktioniert. Direktortreffer! Besser geht's nicht!
What's happening out there, Cedric? We've sighted their research ships. The Germans are testing a guidance system on something we've codenamed the V2.
Mehrere Feindflugzeuge sind in unseren Luftraum eingedrungen. An alle Nemesis-Einheiten. Verteidigen Sie die Rettungsschiffe. Bringen Sie das Schiff in Sicherheit.
They're moving that ship toward the pen. We've got to sink it. Launch your 294 from a distance in guided air. Then dive it into the water so it runs like a torpedo. We'll sink them with all due haste, Commander. Very good. Excellent shot, Chase.
Let's see if this one connects as well. Boom! Alright. We got them taken care of, which is
Ships
good.
are already in defense, Chase. We'll have to sink them as well. With the doors in place, the torpedo is the only way to get at them.
Okay, those guys are taken care of, so we'll go ahead, drop up some more torpedoes. Now these do have some interesting quirks that can make them a little tricky to control, but there we go. And then once they are in the water, you cannot really guide them anymore, so...
Rock, it's sinking. Last research ship has been eliminated.
I'm gonna have to restart the laptop here so I can actually read what you're saying.
I've worked my way inland. You may have another problem here. There are vengeance rocket platforms on the shoreline.
Are you certain?
Affirmative, Commander. They appear to be operational.
Cedric, Chase, you can't leave without taking out those launchers. That's an order. Understood, sir. We'll need more firepower than machine guns to take them out. They never stop coming.
Alright, we'll go ahead, deal with the 262
There
here.
are labs located to the south of the launch pad. Take them out and it will further hamper their research.
Boom, and... deleted them, which is good. I'm getting zapped by a little bit of everything, so... gotta take out these guns here. Ow. Okay, deal with the last of the fighter there. Now the good thing is, even though this is still just a torpedo, it can in fact be used against ground targets if you really need to. So if, for example, we delete what's left of these 262s, this should fix our problems.
262 going down.
Alle Nemesis-Maschinen wurden abgeschossen. Wir haben keine 262er mehr. Was sollen wir tun?
Did you hear that, Chase? No more jet fighters to contend with.
Hooray!
Good luck indeed.
Alright, I'm getting the second computer up and running again. Hopefully that will fix our problems there. Now, where's the research centers that they were mentioning earlier? There they are. Along with some AA. We'll take out the AA real quick. One research center down. Another AA gun here. We're going to need more health anyway, so I've got a backup plan, and that is to go to the partisan airfield way over here. While we do that, alright, we'll go ahead, and the plan is going to be I'm going to switch out for cannons, and that will finish the job. And I still cannot read comments right now, unfortunately, which is sad, but I should be able to get with this here, and there we go. We'll finish off what's left of the 37s here and get the research lab taken care of, and then we should be golden. Oh, and then we'll have to deal with convoy, if I remember correctly. But my little plan seems to be working. And I will deal with the AA, and that should be the end of their defenses as far as this is concerned. Well, there's going to be more AA. There's some. There we go. Okay, so we are in a good spot, I think. Let's go ahead and mop up what is left of them by destroying some of these launch pads.
That's one down, but we still have to destroy the other launchers.
Wir brauchen Unterstützung! Fordert Sie zusätzliche Maschinen an! Schicken Sie die Comets! Sie werden die Eindringlinge zerstören!
Yep, we're getting comments.
I don't like the looks of whatever is taking off from that airfield. What do you see, Cedric? It's a small plane of some kind, moving extremely fast, but very different from the 262s we've encountered before.
Deckrakete frei! Er ist getroffen!
I can't evade this one, Chase! He's firing! I've been hit! I'm too low to bail out!
Well, Cedric is dead. And I'm getting shot at by a lock-on weapon. One down. Oh, that can't be good for that plane. I mean, it's never good for a plane to be on fire, but a 6-3 Comet especially is bad news.
Vehicle convoy to the south of the launch pads.
There they are.
They appear to be fleeing. They could be carrying research material or personnel.
Alright, we will delete those too.
They must be flying in from another airfield.
And good news, it looks like I'm able to actually read comments on the stream now. So I will start doing that as soon as I get this pass here done. Alright. Nitwit's World says, also, hour-long video for My Crave the Void is totally not him being butthurt. Yeah. Anyways, I love planes. Me too. Carol says, hello, is this Normandy? This is Secret Weapons Over Normandy. Nitwit says, let me actually read as soon as after I get this pass here made. He says, I play a similar game like this once in the Crash Bandicoot games. Mr. Dansan says, Hellfire 1945 style. Being someone who's played Isle 2 and Blazing Angels on 360, I take it I'd probably like this one. Yes, you would. You would definitely like this one. Alright, Mr. Dan says, I think B-17 board game had a video game adaptation. Yeah, there's... Well, actually that's a franchise, if I remember correctly. It's become a franchise. Alright, let's deal with 190s, and then we should go ahead and... But yeah, the first B-17 game came out in the early 90s or so and was considered a classic. It has recently been put back onto Steam, so I might actually check it out. The sequel, though, The Mighty Eighth, is a lot more well-known and a lot easier to get. And then there is a Nintendo DS game that is, well, shovelware. Nitwit's World says, we need a war video game that focuses on fighting communists while fighting from within, like China to North Korea. I mean, historically, there are games like Theater of War 3 Korea, but... I suppose you could also argue that Homefront does it a little bit, although it's more about a North Korean invasion of the U.S., and that's more of a hypothetical, obviously.
The mission is complete, Chase. So
I'm trying to think of another one.
Chase, my position has been compromised. I need immediate...
Rose? White Rose, come in. We've lost her signal. Don't even think about trying to help her, Chase. She can take care of herself. Return immediately.
Alright, well, we did actually finish all the objectives, which is nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and save, because why not? And then we can do the side missions, and then from there, we can go straight into the next mission. Now, there is one side mission pickup, and it is a pretty...
The Brits have had several of their intelligence chaps looking over the wreckage at the R&D site at Peenemünde. Now that they've finished their clandestine mission, a sub is scheduled to pick them up. Lilia and myself are assigned to fly cover during the sub's rendezvous with the intel guys. We have a small wager on the line, as we both figure it's not going to be a walk in the park.
Alright, so let's go ahead and... I will continue using the P-51 for this mission. I think we are good on that. And we'll go to the 57 mil because, let's face it, those things are hilariously effective. Mr. Dan San says Kuomintang versus Mao game. Well, I know that you could look at, there is a Russian Civil War game called, well, Russian Civil War. That is, I think it's still on Steam. But yeah, that is, I mean, that would technically be a versus communist game, so that's an option for you. I know there's some other games out there, like, as well as mods. For example, Fin Wars has a 1918. The Fin Wars mod itself has a 1918 mini-mod, so there is that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to this. So we need to outscore Lilia, and then, of course... Oh. I don't know why it's acting this way, but it is.
I can see the Stygian beneath us, Chief. Keep an eye on the horizon for enemy aircraft. There, from the peninsula. 1, 2, no, 4 German aircraft coming this way.
4 German planes. Alright, we evened out the scores. She can actually be a tougher one to match, so I will give her that. And
We're going to have our hands full. Roger that, Stygian. Moving to engage.
even with her plane on fire, she is still doing quite nicely. I will give her that. I think she's actually one of the tougher allies to compete against in this, if I remember correctly. So we will see. Alright.
Another group of bullets closing on us. It's getting pretty shallow close to the bed. We won't be able to submerge while more there.
Shoot down as many as you can on your first bed. You may not get a second.
Ziel ist das U-Boot. Die Flugzeuge kümmern sich unsere Jäger. Versenken Sie es.
Alright, there we go. Another couple of planes here to deal with. He's down, and let's go ahead and deal with him.
They sent the Bosch to go. Give them hell, my friend.
Alright.
There are more bombers heading in from the east. Get them before they reach us.
An alle Bomber! Versenken Sie das britische U-Boot! Jetzt! Jawohl, Geschwader! Wir nähern uns Ihrer Position! Wir sind gleich bei Ihnen!
Mr. Dan San says the ally marker looks like the DirectX diagnostics icon. Yes, it does. It really does. I think it's supposed to be the Battlehawks symbol, so... Mr. Dan Sands also says, I guess you could always play Hearts of Iron games to simulate any ideological struggle. You could. You could. I think we shot down all the planes if all it's giving me now is anti-aircraft guns. Or at least all the planes for now. Ah, it just spawned in some new ones. Let's go ahead and delete these too. There we
The
go.
intelligence boys will have no problem getting picked up now. My friend, you have surpassed me in kills. May I have another chance to best you?
Alright, so we did pretty good there, and we got that secondary mission done, which means we get to move straight on to the next main mission of this game. Oop, what is going on here? There we go. Alright.
Though the strike on the Peenemünde R&D site was successful, the Battlehawks learned from the White Rose that the Germans had managed to set up a V1 and V2 production facility. She located the factory hidden within the Harz Mountains. With the D-Day landing soon to take place, the threat of vengeance weapons had to be wiped out. High-altitude bombers were unable to destroy this heavily fortified target. Stymied, Allied command turned to the Battlehawks. The squadron's solution was unique. They planned to use one secret weapon to destroy another.
Okay, so we get to use the
April
use the
22nd,
MiG-262.
1944. Rourke says that the White Rose has disappeared. I hope she's gone into hiding. Given what she's been through and how much she helped us, she's got to survive. The rocket program she uncovered was further along than anyone thought. Dubbed the V2 rocket, Hitler has already set up production, though testing is incomplete. Nemesis is running this plant deep in Germany. This factory has proved to be impervious to high-level bombing, so we'll have to destroy it from the inside out. Our reconnaissance flights show train tracks going directly into the factory. If I wait until the supply train shows up, the factory doors should open on both sides. Then I should be able to fly right through. When I destroy the chemical tanks inside, all the rockets within should blow to Kingdom Come.
Cool.
It sounds easy, but there's also a Nemesis airfield nearby brimming with aircraft. If I can take out their hangars, I can keep them from ever getting into the air. The last thing I want is to be shot down that deep in Germany.
So, you may want to wonder how you're going to go about this, and this mission is going to be an interesting one, I will tell you. But, let's go ahead and actually get into this. We do get a new guided rocket. Let's see what he has to say.
I've just finished a new advanced guided weapon. Might I suggest taking it for tonight's mission? It's called the HS-293, and it's perfect for striking ground targets. Like its cousin, you drop it and then guide it to the target. Now here's the kicker. It doesn't have to get its feet wet to arm.
Okay, so we got ourselves this bad boy, and we can put it to good use. Now, we'll go ahead
Trevor,
and into
can you
this.
see the Vengeance Factory? Affirmative. Any sign of the train? Negative. The doors to the factory are closed and the train is nowhere in sight. All right, the factory will have to be a secondary target for now. Our own intelligence network is positive that Nemesis is storing a large number of jet aircraft at the main airfield. Chase, your primary objective is to destroy those hangars and eliminate the jets within.
Network
Meanwhile,
World says I can't wait for
and see if I can spot that
2027.
train.
Okay.
It may be our only way inside the factory. Chase, you have Ju-88s taking off from the secondary airfield to the south.
Stan San says
How many
another
contacts?
statements, and Carol says what happens in
Just the Ju-88s
2027.
for more aircraft
Yeah,
taxiing to the
what does
runway.
happen in 2027? That's a good question. So, the plan is going to be, we are going to start by deleting the Ju-88s. I mean, they are just Ju-88s and we're in a 262, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Fange angreifende Flugzeuge ab.
Alright. We'll fire the rockets away, deal with those targets, and we should be good to go.
Direct hits, Chase. Those hangars are rubble and the 88s they contained.
Might as well destroy all the anti-air here. Now the good news about the other objective is that they won't start spawning fighters to go after you until you fly near that airbase. So we can just take our time here, and it looks like all the nearest stuff is dealt with, so good news is we can go ahead. Mr. Dan Sand says, imagine if the Germans actually had capable, practical use ballistic missiles before D-Day invasion. Yeah, that would be a problem. Nitwit's friends at World says, you will find out in a couple years, my friends. Okay. Well, I hope it's good news then, whatever it is. Alright, so far...
Sammeln Sie unser Jäger. Toten Sie den Eindringling.
Jet's coming your way, Chase. Taking off from the main airfield.
Yep, the fun gets to continue.
The main airfield looks to be loaded with aircraft. If I were you, I'd blow those hangars immediately.
Ein feindliches Flugzeug bombardiert unser Hangars auf dem Flugplatz. Halten Sie es auf. Der Feind hat unser Hangar zerstört. Davor lasst die Oberkrieger erschießen.
We do, however, have some jets to deal with.
Hangars contain Krieger's aircraft. Good show, Chase. You're all the hangars. Now turn your attention to the factory. I say, you have a bit of an entourage behind you. Things might be a bit easier if you get those planes up your tail before attacking the Vengeance factory, Chase.
Zerstört unsere Rollfelder. Schnell, die Wasserfalllaster.
The Germans seem to be deploying some kind of launchers from the tree line. Not sure what they are, but if you steer clear of them, they shouldn't be able to hit you. What are they up to? They're firing rockets, but aren't even shooting at anything in particular. Commander, they're turning. What? Good God, those bloody rockets are turning right at me, taking evasive action. Are you all right? What kind of threat was that? I'm possibly the first Englishman to be followed by a German missile. I was definitely not all right. Chase, watch out for those launchers. They're firing some kind of tracking missiles at Trevor.
There we go. Carol says radio is
when they open the doors for the train, fly through and blow the factory.
So did they have okay, so radar did of course exist on night fighters, but some of them, if I remember correctly, also had lights and whatnot as well to discover enemy aircraft and what have you. So there is that also that did happen. Although I'm not sure that was... There we go. I know some of them did, although I think that might actually be a pre-radar thing, so it might have been more World War I-ish that you saw something like that maybe, but those would have been rare pretty rare too, but let's see.
Another vessel headed your way, Chase. Maneuver away.
Wait, where? There he is. Of course, another thing that a lot of these planes had was multiple crews when it came to the night fighters, which was another benefit. Having multiple eyes, that sort of thing. Mr. Dan Sand says flashlights and compass bearings. That is true. Alright, once we deal with the rest of the Wasser Falls, we should get another... Or Wasser Falls, sorry. We should be getting another secondary out of that, if I remember correctly. And the more good news is, the more of these guys you take out right here and now, the less you have to worry about it later on in the mission. Which is good, because we are going to be threading the needle a little bit. There's another one. And there's another one there.
Patrouille beendet. Fliege zur Basis zurück. Basis, bitte kommen. Nein, du wirst angegriffen worden sein.
Incoming comments, Chase.
Alright, well, once we deal with the AA and what have you, we probably can move on to that. I think this might be the last of the Wassers.
Most excellent work, Chase. All Wasserborn launchers have been destroyed. That should make things a great deal easier.
And then from here on out, it is going to be a milk run once we deal with these comets. And unfortunately for them, I have a plane that can actually chase them down if need be, thanks to all the engine upgrades. Come on. No, you don't. There we go. And we got him in our sights.
Öffnen Sie die Türen! Wir müssen durch!
The doors are open. Go now, Chase. Commander, the Vengeance factory is empty on the inside. The shipment of rockets isn't there. Are you positive, Trevor? Yes, sir. That train is bringing in supplies, by the look of it. I dare say we've missed the rockets being shipped out. Brilliantly done, Chase. All the jets have been destroyed. Your
There we go.
tenacity never ceases to amaze me.
What the? No! How did I crash?
Commander, the Vengeance factory is empty on the inside. The shipment of rockets isn't there. Are you positive, Trevor? Yes, sir. That train is bringing in supplies. I dare say we've missed the rockets being shipped out.
There we go. Now we'll just...
Brilliantly done, Chase. All the jets have been destroyed. Your tenacity
There we
never
go.
ceases to amaze me.
And the plan is going to be very simple. We're just going to sit over here and use the rockets to do the work for us. That should be one down.
go.
Now, I probably am actually going to go ahead, fly a little bit past here, so I can just get a good shot on both the locomotive and the fuel tank there, because I want to destroy everything, because why not? We can actually fly through here if we want to, I just,
You've got 3 down, 1 left. That's all
Boom.
4 tanks.
There we go.
Objective accomplished. Great work, Chase. Unfortunately, they did get away with a shipment of V2s. And I'm worried with all the new advanced weaponry we've seen lately, there's more secrets up Krieger's sleeve.
That's
We'll
okay.
handle whatever comes up, Commander. After all, we are gentlemen. Returning to base.
Alright, so we got that dealt with, and now we can go ahead and save. And this is going to keep doing this, which is fine, I guess. Now, we have a few missions before we get into Operation Overlord, which will be next stream, I guess. But we first have Free Jag.
Toomey's time in the German prison camp hasn't dampened his spirits. This time he's claiming that his Gloucester Meteor, a new jet-engined craft the Brits have developed, can do better than any aircraft at my disposal. We'll find out in a free hunt against German Me-163s. The rest of the Battlehawks are putting their money on me. That's a good bet.
Alright. So we'll go ahead, get the 262. We'll keep with the 57 for now. Shoot down more comets than Toomey. Simple enough.
Chase, I wanted to thank you again for rescuing me from that Nazi prison camp. You risked your neck, and I, for one, pay my debts. Now that the formalities are out of the way, time to see if your aircraft is as fit for this task as the Gloucester Meteor. Since your attack on German positions in this area, they're probably trying to remain low-key. Let's see if we can flush them out like quail. We'll start our patrol over the enemy airfield to see what kind of activity we might stir up. There we are. The house of our hunters. Open season, Chase. I'm off to win our little bet. Let's see who can kill the most chronic. 160 taking off. We can't have many more of these. That's some of the air guns in deck down there. Up to mobile guns. I've chosen a bit of an aircraft, but this challenge isn't over yet.
And that's all but one of them down. Of this bunch, anyways.
I've lost track of your kills, Jake. Shooting them down too far.
There we go. We are outturning him, but it is a tough one. There we go. He actually got one. Hooray, Tim, he got a kill. To be fair, I've been spending a long time on this one comment here. There we go. actually got me to the top of the level. That's unfortunate. Come here down here so I can shoot you. Okay, this is a little annoying, but it's not it could be worse. There we go. And down he goes. Mission complete.
For a yank, you've outclassed even me. You're an excellent pilot, Chase. Hope to fly with you again sometime.
Alright, so now that we got that settled, go ahead and exit out of that. We did end up with 3 side missions here, of course, so that's just one of 3. Next is V for Revenge.
We've got
JC
incoming.
says hello, Ace.
Nemesis
Hello,
has launched a
JC.
full barrage of their V1 buzz bombs at our position. Only Rourke and I are at the airfield, so we're gonna have to make do. We've got to intercept and destroy these terror weapons before they rain down on our base.
Okay, simple enough. We'll go ahead, we will pick the Gloucester Meteor since we've unlocked it. And we'll use the brand new X4s.
Anything you choose, I'll put on your plane.
Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and we will get into...
Anything you choose.
There we go. Silly me. Alright, prevent all casualties at the airbase. Simply enough. Ooh. Okay, and...
Our new radar stations have detected large groups of contacts heading in from the southeast. We think they might be Nemesis V1 buzz bombs. We'll have to intercept them over the channel before they can hit us. Definitely V1s. I have a visual on them now. You see them? A large group of them ahead. We'll have to wade in and take them down quickly. No doubt there are even more heading our way as we speak.
Alright, so Nitwit's World says I'm just looking at Samurai Jack art online since I'm bored. Samurai Jack's a pretty good show. Oh, I'm not bored yet, though, eh? So we got those down.
Group 1, this is Looking Glass. We've detected another set of contacts heading inland. Roger that. I see them. Chase, move quickly to intercept those buzz bombs. Break and attack. I don't care how you do it, just bring those things down.
Alright, JC says using the Meteor for V1 interception, very accurate. Yep.
Looking Glass here. We've got more contacts spread out across the channel. Smaller groups, more spread out. You hear that, Chase? They've launched a large spread of buzz bombs. I don't know if we can get them all. We must do our best. Let's see how much ground we can cover. Don't spend too much time on one target. Just blast it and move on to the next one. That's one cluster of Nemesis birds that won't make their schedule stop.
to turn around real quick, and now we'll make a quick turn here. Hopefully we should be able to get in quickly.
We're doing well. Keep it up. We can't let these things get through.
And that's it.
Some damn fine work you did out there today. We managed to get every one of those bloody things before they could hit us.
Nitwit's World says, nah, not at all. I'm just looking so I can plan some commission art soon. Besides that, I just need some ideas for projects. Fair enough, fair enough. Carol says, can you nudge them out of the sky like those World War II pilots did? They nudge stabilizers or something along those lines. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can do that, but I do know exactly what you're talking about. I don't think you can do it, but I'm not entirely sure, so. Gunner's Battle is the third and final secondary that is unlocked after beating Blitz and Luft, so let's go ahead and play that.
Lyle has pulled another rabbit out of his hat. This time he's been working on upgrading the ammo for the B-17's ball turret. We're going out to field test his upgrades. We'll each be in the ball turret of 2 specially modified B-17s heading out for a bombing run. We can better test the upgrades with a friendly competition of shooting down the most Krauts.
Simple enough. We'll be using the B-17 ball turret.
No choice this time, Chase. You'll be in the ball turret of a B-17 trying to outgun me. I'll be in another B-17 gloating as I rack up more kills.
Okay, let's go ahead and have a go at this. Our objective is very simple. Outscore Lyle. So let's go ahead and do that.
I'm looking forward to this challenge. It's not very often I get to test my own upgrades.
Da! B-17 Bomber! An alle Einheiten, kümmern Sie sich die Bomber! Vorrücken! Lasst Ihnen kein...
Turrets are cramped on, Chase. Like I'm stuck back in the room.
Vorsicht vor der Bodenkante! Der freie Schlussfeld!
Two fighters, 6 o'clock. Watch them now.
Der Bomber gehört mir!
I bet you never saw London before the war, did you, Chase? Here they come. They're coming around.
Wir werden nie erfahren, was passiert ist. Greifen Sie an und...
I didn't get any shots on these guys because they are... That's better.
Clip his wing.
There we go. He's down.
I can't believe how far Jerry's got. At least we're giving them a bloody nose for those cars.
Alright, he's down too.
Eat, hombre.
Ah, you dipto. And deleted.
Someday, when this war is finally over, I'll take you to see my family. We'll fondly remember days like today. Stuck in a cramped, smelling, freezing tin can and wondering if the next one will be our last.
And he's down.
Ah, 190s for target practice.
Oh.
Do they know we are the ripped into shreds.
He got himself a kill. Nice. down, so that's simple enough. Ease down. There we go. Alright, so Carol says, I was amazed when I learned that B-29 Super Fortress had remotely controlled turrets. Pretty amazing back in the day. There was even a YouTube training. Yeah, interesting. I'll have to have a look at that training video. But yeah, I did hear about the Super Fortress having that. An interesting feature, and admittedly one that probably was really good for the men that had to operate them as well. Down.
I got my sights on them.
Ooh, even bagged him. That's...
Don't yell on the radio.
Alright, alright.
They can't fly without wings, can they, Yank?
And we got him. That's good. Just a little...
Your bloody minds. If we keep doing this well, it may be over soon.
Wish he would dive. There we go.
Those 262s aren't much to ride home about.
Deal with him. Come here, you. Ah! I can deal with this guy at least, and then maybe this guy. Nope, shots are flying under him.
Gotcha. That one tried to sneak by me.
And looks like there we go. Two more over there. JC says, damn, this 50 cal acts like 37 mils, hitting targets on the ground, lol. Yeah. Whatever he's done to the ammo is really making a big difference. There we go.
Our job is done for today. Let's head home. That must be getting old. Outscored by a kid.
Mr. Dan Sand says, yeah, especially since there was the only one way out of the 17 turret in the neutral position. If it got stuck or damaged, you were SOL if the plane was lost. Yeah, that is true. Curiously, apparently from what I've read, though, the B-17 turrets, while there were some particular hazards to it, for whatever reason, the guys that tended to be most likely to become the casualties were actually the waist gunners, if anyone. JC says, and yeah, the system was pretty good on the B-29, although best protection against Japanese fighters was their high altitude and speed. Yeah, the fact that the B-29 was actively faster than planes like the Zero is a good example of that. Admittedly, the Zero was, by that point, was fairly obsolete, but still, yeah. Anyways, I think now is a good time to go ahead and call it. Next live stream will be the final mission and any additional stuff. Nitwit's World says, did you know Totally Spies is getting a new season and the girls grown up a bit during a time skip? I did not know that. But thank you for bringing that up. But yeah, I think now is a good time to go ahead and call the stream, and I hope you have all enjoyed me playing this game. I've certainly enjoyed playing more of it. But yeah, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.